Hello, everyone. I'm Chester44, also known as Fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity. Last episode, we went to the camp of the Iron Flail and managed to talk down its leader, basically convincing him that he was a little mistaken. With that settled, we can now loot everything in here. He's left, gave us his sword, which is very nice. A soul-bound sword that'll be useful for me. And now we're gonna loot his camp and then free the, whatever they're called. Speed and diamonds. Loot the, delegates who happen to be in here. Let's see. Saints War Part 2 Invasion. Alright. Now let's let these guys out. Oh, thank you. I thought we'd never get out of there. Are you hurt? No. A little bruised, perhaps. The cold was the worst part. I don't know how you managed to talk that man down. He was practically foaming at the mouth. And now he and his men are still skulking around the mountains. I'm not sure letting him live was the best idea. The commander wasn't the problem. One of the delegates points an accusing finger at another, a woman standing apart from the rest. We might have come to terms if she hadn't goaded him, shouting at him about omens and curses, demanding he leave the march. You know how superstitious the Reed Serens are. The commander went white as a sheet. She sabotaged the meeting. The woman in question is dressed in unassuming robes. She bears the accusation silently, her eyes closed as if in prayer. Who are you? With desperate speed, the woman suddenly lunges sidelong towards a nearby rack and seizes a dagger lying there. She sets the blade to her own throat. Oh dear. Unseen to all but yourself, the dying woman's soul essence coils in thin wisps about her body. It only grows brighter as her corpse stills. The remaining delegates stare in horror at her pooling blood. Maneha kneels by the dying woman and inspects her robes. She examines a crescent medallion hanging around the woman's neck. What just happened? Damn it, now we'll never get an answer out of her. Don't be so sure. Step aside. You reach out and brace against a sudden flare of pain and fear digging after less recent events. There is a copper taste in your mouth and a pain like fire in your throat. Under the brute terror of death, you find a comforting thread of resolve, of satisfaction and duty fulfilled. You follow it. It leads you stumbling into another memory, as whole and vivid as the first. You walk the dark halls of an abbey, dimly lit and quiet, your footsteps loud. A blur, and you are standing in a dimly lit room, facing a robed Amawa. You recognize him as Kyoto, the High Abbot. He beckons you forward. Examine your surroundings. You are in a wide, rounded chamber. The tiles beneath your feet are covered in strange, curling symbols. You recognize them as symbols of Andra, goddess of sea and memory. The memory blurs. When your sight is clear, you are standing in front of Kyoto, and he is smiling gently down at you.
Drive the raid series from these mountains, and you may yet spare many lives. The Tidebringer will be here in a week's time. Should you be delayed in your travels, report to him as you would to me. He will enter the reliquary and call off the army of Eyeless in my stead. If you are caught, sister, you know what you must do. I will pray for your return, but we will take comfort in the knowledge that you have joined the rest of Andra's favored in her keeping.
The words jar you loose from the memory, flinging you back into the moment of the woman's death and then into your own skin. But traces of the memory join yours. You know the path to the abbey to which she was to return, buried in the mountains to the north. Is the name Eyeless familiar to anyone? The Eyeless? They're a figure of speech for when you can't remember something. You say, must be the Eyeless took it from me. Yes, but there's a story to it. They're supposed to do the bidding of the Lady of Lament. Andra points, and they come. Out of nowhere. wipe things from the face of the world. That's why whenever something up and goes missing or gets destroyed with no one there to see it, you're supposed to thank Andra that the Eyeless didn't come for you too. Do you know a Kyoto?
Kyoto? Oh yeah. He came through town some time back. Stopped by at the temple in Stalwart. This was just after the town decided to rededicate it to Abaddon. He didn't seem too pleased about it. He was dressed like a priest. Maybe he took offense. He's an Amawa. Tall fellow, very polite, considering that he's apparently the leader of some fanatical sect. I think it's clear we haven't been the best judges at character recently.
Do any of you know what a Tidebringer is?
Tidebringer? That's something they used to talk about at the Temple of Andra, I think. It's a person. A title, I mean. Tends to be used in the more, devout circles.
Okay, there's the Eyeless. Do you know anything about an abbey to the north?
I've heard something like that. An Andrite stronghold, not the kind of place that welcomes visitors.
Maneha's eyes widen. That sounds like the Abbey of the Fallen Moon.
Is that where she came from?
The delegate points to the dead woman. Yes, and it's where I'll find the reliquary so I can call off their army.
What, another one? Gods, it feels like everyone on Iora is after the battery now. What would these Andrites want the Riyadh Sarens out? I doubt it's for Stalwart's benefit. Competition, maybe?
I'd better go ask them.
If you do mean to go to this abbey, be careful. There have been stories about traders wandering north and getting scared off or even killed by strange guards.
That's the place, all right.
They're a secretive bunch. I suppose you could always try to sneak in? I doubt you'll be welcome otherwise.
Sounds like this Tidebringer would be. Welcome, I mean. Maybe I can convince them I'm the one they've been waiting for.
I hope so. I imagine the abbey is heavily guarded.
A sudden, deafening crash from outside makes the delegate jump, startled. A rumbling like thunder follows. You hear further sounds of smashing timbers, panic, screaming.
Gods of mercy, what is it now?
Stay put, I'll take care of it.
Yes, we'll wait here, inside.
That sounds worrying. You three stay here. I can see the dust falling. Let's see what the hell is going on out here. Oh, that is big. Those are bigger than a lot of things. Eyeless hammer. Ladies and gentlemen, we've found the Eyeless. I have a feeling the answer is yes, and it doesn't matter. Kill them immediately. Oh, they are actually quite tough. Please finish off that Eyeless hammer as quickly as you can.
My mind feels shocked.
Now for the other one. Kill it quickly. Almost got him. Oh dear. As the last mage folk falls, a tide of essence sweeps through the ether. It washes over you, and you find yourself in the memories of the Eyeless. The hulking creatures surround you, their sinew-wrapped skeletons clanking and screeching in the semi-darkness. Their bodies fill the air with the tang of metal and the musk of sweat. The cavern in which you stand, it looks like a cavern anyways, glows with a dim ambient light. Steel flashes as the Eyeless shift and stir. They stamp their feet and groan in rasping metallic voices. Their restless energy prickles at the back of your neck. And in the echoing rumble, you hear something familiar. It's the pounding noise from your dream, the harbinger of a terrible army. You begin to wonder how many Eyeless are crowded around you. You suspect there must be scores of them, maybe more. It's difficult to tell how far back it goes, or where it is. Ahead you see a glint of light. It might be an exit. Already, however, the vision is starting to fade. Investigate the glint of light. You push past the lumbering Eyeless and cling to the wilting shreds of the vision. The light up ahead is blinding after the dark of the cave. You rush toward it even as it fades into a pale blur. You can't see where you are, but you hear a cold wind whistling through the gap and feel a spray of moisture sting your cheeks. The vision ends, returning you to the frozen and blood-churned mud of the fort. Adaric appears to have taken some blows. There's a purpling bruise along his temple and his armor is dented in several places. He looks rather dazed.
Those things, they came from all sides. The delegate... No, you were right. The visions are true. You fought well. And I'm glad to see you've come through in one piece. Not many of my men were so lucky. I'll take what's left of our forces. Those that will follow me further up the mountain. We should be prepared when those monsters return.
Well, we can defeat them if we work together.
I have seen already that there is little you can't accomplish.
Adaric bows his head and turns to the road.
You don't mess around when you make enemies, do you?
Oh, look at that! Rest in the Alpine Dragon's lair after it has been slain for Riona's breastplate. The Alpine Dragon. I don't know what the Alpine Dragon
Felt their
is.
Suffering, Watcher. Theirs is the agony of a lost child.
Well, we can finish exploring through the camp now. Loot what we need to. These cots have been recently washed. The dirt and mud beneath them is flecked with a darker stain. That probably just goes up and down. I don't think we need to deal with that. You can see the water's dark surface not far below. The Eyeless have been looted. They are definitely going to be a large threat. Mangled wolf skins and straw provide the bedding in this kennel. All of it stinks of dog. We've got Ring of Searing Flames. Okay. The spigot on this cask exudes a thick chemical stench. A war pup! This plump, brindle-coated puppy already boasts a disciplined bearing, but only until it spots something to play with. Alright, I've been swapping out pets as I find them, so we'll take the puppy. Let's keep looking around. The tents hold little. You spy boots, drying tunics, and the very occasional book. A few enterprising individuals have carved crude figures into the wooden logs of the latrine. Okay, let's keep looking around. A gentle rap elicits a hollow sound. This test is almost empty.
That's settled.
I don't know how many of his men managed to survive that. A simple meal of meat and carrots boiled into a soupy mixture. The trebuchet is disassembled but intact. And there's the entrance. They bash down the door and the gates entirely.
The fire
hidden
shows me
spot.
something new.
With the cloak of an Eothasian priest. Ah, a letter home. My love, I have enclosed some coins from Stalwart so you have proof that I arrived. You were right. I am colder than I have ever been, all the more so for being away from you. The Kith here are as cold as their land. They do not hate us as the dear Woodens do, but they are mistrustful and proud. The commander has sent for delegates to start negotiations. Perhaps by the time this letter reaches you, we will have moved into Durgan's battery. Stalwart has no soldiers, only a handful of guards. Ephraim says he went to look at the battery with some scouts and did not see anyone posted atop the tower. Without those cannons, they would be foolish to do anything but surrender. If not, we're sure to knock the fight out of them quickly. The commander says that once the battery is ours, our presence here alone may be enough to make the invaders think twice. Who would face us with the might of the battery at our backs? I write too much of battle, but only to assure you that we are well. I miss you. The mountains are beautiful. I hold hope that you may see them for yourself once it is safe for you to join us. I only hope he managed to survive. Hot pitch roils ominously within this deep cauldron. Yeah, they just completely shattered the front gate. I think that's about all there was here. Oh, wait. A few things to loot. Oh, another one of those. Alright, that seems to be about everything. Let's head back to Oh, wait, hold on. Maneha, you have something to say.
I guess we should be flattered that someone sent those things after us. But I would have preferred a card.
She wipes a slick of gore from her neck, sniffs at her blood-streaked hand, and shrugs.
I'd heard rumors of the Eyeless, but I always thought that name was a metaphor. Though I would have called them Mace Hands of Doom, if anyone had asked me.
Nod non-committally.
So this is the mysterious army you've been dreaming about, huh? It's a wonder you're getting any sleep.
That's why we're going to the Abbey, to stop them.
I'm regretting all of my decision-making up to this point. Still, I guess a suicidal plan is better than none.
Something on your mind?
Well, knowing that I'm finally close to getting rid of this memory, it feels like it's crowding my head that much more.
She paces and locks her fingers into her hair.
It's been with me for decades. Driven me halfway across the known world.
She throws her hands up. And?
It's time I told you what I did.
Very well.
It was a war. Centuries ago, before Adiran unification.
She folds her hands in front of herself.
I was a soldier then. Led a campaign across the northern forests to subdue some of the outlying Kulklan villages. Brutal work.
Go on.
Lost a third of my forces to the forest, and another third to the elven scouts hiding in it. By the time we reached the first village, we'd crushed their defenses, and they'd bled us. Wasn't much more than children and the elderly left, but they spit on us when we marched into town.
A scowl twists her face. Her eyes are cold.
The village elders surrendered, and offered us lodging in the old meeting hall. And when the sun set, they tried to burn it down around us.
She closes her eyes.
They barely got a flame going, but that wasn't the point.
What was it?
In their defiance, I saw months more of pointless, bloody battle as we fought for the rest of the region. I had to break them. And I had to send a message to the rest of the villages.
Her hands shake as she raises them to cover her face.
So I nailed every last one of them to the trees around the town and left them there to die.
You can't... That wasn't you, Maneha.
So I've tried to tell myself. Anyway, we should get going.
She shoulders her pack, and you catch a glimpse of something unusual in it. A thick roll of cloth bound by leather. What's that?
Something I've been saving for better days.
Alright, let's go.
Eh?
Well, that is, a bother. There's the Abbey of the Fallen Moon, which is where we'll need to go, but first let's head over to Stalwart Village to rest and sell and such. Alright, we're here. I don't know who we'd even really be able to talk to about all this, so let's head in here, get a rest. Okay, head up this way.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do?
Yes.
Top quality bear.
First things first, we have loot that we can sell. All of these. Then we sell all of these. And all of those. Don't think I need to... Well, I can sell that. That's just a trap we don't need. What's that? Mind grub. Mind grub. Huh. Perception and intellect, but also sickened. Interesting. Okay, can sell that, can sell that, can sell those, can sell those, can sell those, and can sell those. Okay, there we go. And I think that's all there. And now, if you don't mind, the golden whale, please. Thank you. Hireling payday, huzzah. Okay, I don't think... Okay, that's the main quest line. Let's see. Find out how to call off the army and travel to the Abbey of the Fallen Moon. So we know where we need to go for that. The rest of this, I don't think... Yeah, we don't really have anything else we can do here yet. I wonder if there's more I can speak to Durance about there. Also, still haven't been to Searing Falls. I don't think so, anyway. No, we've been to Longwatch Falls, but not Searing Falls, and I don't know where Searing Falls is. Searing Falls is all the way down there. We have been there before. That's connected to, Yeah, that's a quest up here. Okay. We still have a few minutes left. I'm going to take a few minutes to just run down to Searing Falls, take care of Mogren's Faithfall, get that done, and complete that mission. I may as well. Oh, what? I knew that sounded familiar. Let's head on down. Give me a moment. Okay, I have a feeling they're probably in the center. That makes sense for where they'd be. Yep, there they are. Let's get killing. Okay, down goes the Mogren's Faithful soldier. Okay, those priests of Mogren got some powerful spells out there, I have to say. Even took down one of us. Yeah, this isn't working very well. Give me a moment. I think it's clear the priests are the bigger threat, so we need to kill them first. Otherwise, they'll get that very powerful area spell out, and we can't deal with that.
My eyes are peeled.
Yeah, focus on those. You can get out a blessing on everyone. Please do. Please get that Priest of Mogren dealt with. Well, they're kind of in the way, and we just lost the Barbarian. Give me a moment. Alright, so northeast and southeast are not the way we should be attacking from. We should be attacking from the northwest and the southwest. Because that's where we're closest to the priests. There we go. Charge in, get them dead, quick as you can. Please, kill it before it gets the spell out. There we go, there's one. Now focus on the other one while you still can.
Eh?
You got the spell out, that's not good. On the plus side, the priest of Magrin is now dead. Also, I just noticed, the grieving mother died. When and how did that happen? I am displeased about that. You know what? How about you cast one of those? How about that? Oh wait, that'll hurt us too. Can't do it without hurting us.
Let's go.
Please try and kill one of these soldiers. I have no idea what spell that was, but it's not good.
Let's go. No.
There goes one druid. There goes one soldier. Say, you have resurrection abilities. How about you bring some of us back? Like her.
Get up, damn you.
Yeah, I forgot. We could use the resurrections. Please finish off that soldier. There we go.
Let's
Get the druid dead. No, no, that's road with. Go ahead, finish off road with. And now the druid. Okay. That was harsher than I expected. I mean, we did it. Quite a bit of loot. Mage Folk's Skull. Spell stamina unbending and of might +4. That sounds very good. I am giving that to you. And now your head is a skull.
Eh?
Alright. Let's quickly go turn this in. And then we're gonna need to rest again because we've gotten damaged. Oh, hey, it's completed. And we get Marked Amulet. Martyr and Constitution. Grants Martyr on unconscious. Okay. Let's get up there. It's a bit of a run over to where she is, but we can get there very quickly. Thanks to the speed of everything. There we are, and Asha. I'm here to collect on Roadwith's bounty. That's a relief. Even if they weren't headed for Stalwart, I didn't want to take the chance. Here's the reward, as promised. Had some new reports come in, thought you might be interested. Hoped, anyway. There's a group of Lag of Faith causing trouble in Whitestone Hollow. Like the avalanche wasn't bad enough, right? Then there's a pirate, Brinlod, that the Fangs want dead. I'll take on the Lag of Faith. Earned a little nickname for themselves, Redwater Lag of Faith, on account of these little charmers drag their prey under the water. They turned up in Whitestone Hollow recently and have been menacing the locals. Plenty of coin in it for the one who takes them out. Tell me more about this pirate, Brinlod. A cipher from the Deadfire Archipelago, the kind that swings onto a ship and convinces the entire crew to drown themselves. Apparently, Brinlod heard some stories about the kind of treasures that turn up in Engwithan ruins. He's come inland. The Fangs sent their best warriors after Brinlod after he poached a few temples, but they didn't put a scratch on him. Word is Brinlod was last spotted around Deerford Crossing. Bring me Brinlod's head and you can collect on the payment the Fangs are offering. Alright, I'll pick those up in the next episode. This one's gone on long enough. Next episode, we'll take care of those 2 bounties and then see if we can make our way towards the Abbey. Till then, I am Chester44, also known as Falai. That is Laniara, Maneha, Kana, Durance, the Grieving Mother, and Sagani. This has been a Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity, and I shall see you all next time.